Okay, I know there's a lot of heaviness that's going on right now because if you're glued to the Weather Channel, it's like, you know what's happening with Ian, and we're so praying. But, sometimes it's good just to get your mind off it a little bit and start thinking about things that help you be like a kid. It's Rob and Lizz in the morning, his radio. For instance, saw this thing about men in particular and the things they like to do to act like a kid. Like, for instance, Scott Watson, our news guy, does this, where he uses things that look like lightsabers and get down with the kids.
Oh, yeah. Paper towel holders, just
that's a little big lightsaber.
He even does the sound effect. Pretty cool.
You need a gift like a Christmas wrapping tube or something.
Oh, yeah. Those are better.
Right?
Yes.
Those are so. I like to splash around in puddles or play in the rain. I do. I like after a rain. I did that with my granddaughter not that long ago.
Dancing in the rain.
My husband, if there is a boat that goes by, he automatically is sizing it up. Is it bigger or smaller than his? Is that the one he wants to achieve? And it's like, you are 8 years old.
Right?
Love it.
What do you do, Ninja? Ninja's our producer.
So I really like playgrounds, and so every time I'm on a walk with people or the dog or the hubs, if there's a swing set, I'm running toward the swing set.
Look at that.
I knew you were a swing set girl. Mm-hmm. So does Dusty push you on the swing, or are you just one of those that pumps the legs and makes you higher, higher?
If I ask really nicely, he might give me a few pushes.
Okay, so when it's time to dismount, are you in full swing getting off the swing, or do you come to a stop?
Oh, yeah, I'd launch off.
Right?
See?
Even if a couple of ankles go down with me, yeah, you're launching off.
You're listening to Rob and Lizz in the morning.
On his radio.
Things that make you feel like a kid. What do you say, huh? Need to lighten the mood a little bit with all the heaviness with the storm and everything that's going on. So, what about you? At 800-447-7234, Jocelyn.
I enjoy skipping. I mean, just when I'm either out and about and I just feel a burst of energy, I just skip.
That's crazy cool.
I'm sure the people around you are totally into it, right?
Oh, no.
I don't care, because normally when I'm in one of those moods, I'm just like, I don't care. I'm having fun, blah, 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 blah.
Okay. Last time you skipped, when was it?
A couple months ago.
Where were you? Where did you skip?
Just in either the grocery store or Walmart or something.
If you are skipping and I come up upon you, I'm going to skip right along with you.
She will,
I always try to get my best friend when occasionally I'm out with her. I'm like, come on, we're holding hands and we're skipping.
Oh, yay!
You're listening to Rob and Lizz in the morning.
His radio.
Thinking about things you do that make you feel like a kid. At 800-447-7234.
Jennifer texted and said, bubbles! Like, that's all she said at first. Bubbles! And then she said she got to play with toddlers over the weekend. It's like a friend's twins, and they just had a blast.
Twin toddlers.
Yeah, playing.
Oh, boy.
And, when you got twins, you got to entertain,
right?
And they love bubbles. All right, Charlotte texted. Playgrounds. She said, when I started my dating journey a couple of years ago, I've always said that playgrounds were the very best first date ideas because it makes you feel like a kid again and you're not so stressed out. Or I can see first date, it kind of breaks the nerves.
Right.
A little bit. And you laugh and maybe a little more conversation. Charlotte, you are a genius.
Brianna is here at 800-447-7234. What is it for you, Brianna?
So anytime I grab a buggy, I like to hop on the back and I'll speed it up real fast and I'll lift my feet off and just cruise through the parking lot.
No, you don't. Okay, what do your kids say?
They actually enjoy it. I thought they would be embarrassed. Maybe as they get older, that'll change. But
Right.
they love it. They think it's so fun.
How old is the oldest?
He will be 12 in November.
Oh, it's
Oh,
coming.
it's
It's coming.
It's coming quick.
Oh, boy.
Let me get you ready. Mom, you're embarrassing me.
Rob and Lizz in the morning.
On his radio.
Lady and her husband go to find a new little puppy, and they went to the house where they could pick out the puppy that they wanted, and they were corgis, cutest little short-legged little thingies, and she's loving on all the corgis to see which one she would take home. So they found the one that touched their hearts. They named him Wilbur, and they took him home.
Wilbur?
When people name their dogs and cats things like this, it really is the best day ever.
Yeah.
I mean, Wilbur the Corgi. Are you kidding me right now? So fast forward a little bit. She finds out somehow through paperwork and whatnot that her Wilbur is the brother to the Queen Elizabeth, who just passed, one of her
Oh,
corgis.
get out. For real.
Yeah, and so that dog's name is like Muck or Muick or something like that. And she's like, I kind of feel bad for my Wilbur because his brother lives in a palace. I don't know if they're writing each other like, Christmas newsletters. I'm lounging with the Queen in Singapore or something, and Wilbur's over here. Well, great. I'm eating kibble. Thanks.
Rob and Liz in the morning.
On his radio.
I like to get a kid's meal wherever I go. If that's an option, I'm going to get a kid's meal.
She goes through McDonald's, and I've seen this. It's like, Happy Meal, please.
Yeah, cheeseburger Happy Meal with a large Diet Coke, extra ice is like $3.50.
Extra ice?
Oh, extra ice.
Why?
Because I'm an ice chomper. I love.
Okay. Oh, she would drive my wife nuts. She does not. Amy does not like it when I chew my ice.
She should get together with Joey and just talk it out because he hates it too. Can you stop chewing gravel? Okay, so Happy Meals for adults are coming to McDonald's. Now, I will say I probably won't get these because there's so much food in it. It's like a Big Mac inside of a Happy Meal.
Okay.
Because it's for adults. So it's Big Macs and a 10-piece chicken nugget. And then it does have a toy, though.
Okay.
So it's based on the Cactus Plant Flea Market characters. I'm going to tell you, I'm not real familiar, but they have like double eyes. These characters have double eyes and they've got these weird expressions.
Are they the throwback characters
They
to
are.
McDonald's back in, the 80s or something like that?
Well, in the 90s, I think, but the Hamburglar, is that right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Grimace. Mm-hmm. And so there's a couple of the characters that are the toys, but they have been modernized because of the Cactus Plant Flea
I'm
Market.
trying to visualize this. What do you mean by double eyes?
So there's, a set of eyes, but right on top of the regular set of eyes is another.
So they have 4 eyes.
They have 4 eyes.
Literally, without glasses, they have 4 eyes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And
Because
so,
Scott's into Happy Meals, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I got so excited when I was a kid going to get a Happy Meal, the little handles on the box, and you got food, and now they're going to have an adult Happy Meal. I'm all over this.
Yeah. So
And the toy. The toy, too, the retro.
What do you think? I think they're going to be like $7.
I
I
have
don't
no
know for
idea.
sure, but you think it's worth it? Are you?
Yeah, I think so. I think for that, that retro feeling.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you're going to carry it by the handles when you walk out of McDonald's for yourself?
totally.
Okay.
Are you really?
All in.
And here's what I want to see Scott do. Scott, here's what I want to see you do. Skip to your car.
Hold the box with the handles and skip.
And skip
Oh.
to the car.
And
Maybe once.
Just as you're coming
No,
out of
no,
the door,
no,
just
listen.
say, Yippee!
Rob and Liz in the morning.
On his radio.
Some people, and I guess I understand this, want to go off to Costco to get their hot dog. I had no idea.
Well, I mean, it's super cheap. If you go to Costco and you get like their little combo, it's a hot dog and a drink for $1.50.
Which is like a lot more in other places.
Oh, well, I mean, a drink would be $3 some places.
But evidently, I guess the CEO is like committed. Hey, listen, the price, as long as I'm here, is never going to change. So it will always be this. I don't care about inflation. I don't care about competition. It'll always be this. I'm like, okay.
And so committed to it, I think they bought like a hot dog factory.
Are you
so
serious?
that they could, if I'm not mistaken, they have bought like the hot dog and the bun factory, the whole thing, so that they can make sure that they keep costs as low as possible. But yeah, $1.50. I'm not running to Costco just to get a hot dog. I've never
No.
had one there, so I don't know for sure. But I do
I
know.
like the disclaimer Liz gives.
know.
I never had a hot dog at Costco, just to let you know.
It's only a disclaimer if I go, never had a hot dog. Like really
Oh,
quickly.
talk really fast?
Yeah, exactly.
Rob and Liz in the morning.
On his radio.
They have, and it's quite the competition, outhouse races. Outhouses on wheels, creatively decorated, with people with costumes in them, with a finish line at the end of Main Street in this one town of toilet paper.
They do some funny things in Nevada.
Right?
Like, I can see, honestly, if I heard there was one going on in town, I'd probably go watch.
You'd
Just-
go see it,
just 'cause
not
it's-
go be in it?
I just am not that committed. I'm just not. Like, it's so hilarious, though. I mean, these outhouses are like on bikes or scooters or something because they've got to have wheels on them. So
They have
can,
wheels, yeah.
so they can ride down the road. And there is a person that is inside the outhouse. The front of, door
There's
is
no
off,
door. Yeah.
and they're sitting on the potty.
Yeah. Not using it.
Not using it. Thank you.
Yeah.
And-
They have a full costume on.
Yes, but they're,
At the theme of whatever their outhouse is. And they're all different types of themes of these outhouses in the outhouse races in Virginia City.
Yeah. And now it sounds like a lot of fun. Like I say, I would show up and watch, but I wouldn't be committed enough to be part
Who would you cheer
of the
on?
potty parade.
The potty parade.
I mean, hey, let's have a party.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
On His Radio.
I was hanging out with my son last night, and he had already sent me a couple of texts about things he wanted for Christmas. And I mean, it's September. I get it. So he tells me he wants this hoodie, and I'm thinking, okay, so next week, I think it's next week, Amazon is having their like pre-Black Friday sales, but it's only for Prime members.
Oh, gee. Thanks.
I know. Now, here's what they are saying. You can get one of those, I think it's like a 30-day trial, might be a 7-day trial, but regardless, you can get a free trial of Amazon, and then you can do the shopping.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Just remember, if you don't want the free trial, and this is Prime, right?
Yeah.
If you don't want the Prime after the free trial, remember, you put your credit card into that thing.
Right.
They got me once at. I thought, let me try this. 4 months later, I'm like, oh, wait.
Yeah, I've been paying, and I don't even know what it was.
And I don't even use it.
Well, you wouldn't use it? Oh my goodness.
I'm not an Amazon guy. I buy some things off Amazon, but not to the point where I need Prime.
I think since we moved to our neighborhood, I think our Amazon drivers probably lost 50 pounds. Just running up and
Going
down
up
my
and down
hill.
your driveway.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
On His Radio.
House is up for sale. People are just like vultures, I would be too if I was in the housing market.
For real?
it,
Okay, so
yeah.
Stranger Things. I don't know if you're into Stranger Things.
Never seen it.
On Netflix. A lot of people are.
Yeah.
So the house on Stranger Things, it's the Briars house, is up for sale in Georgia.
Okay.
The real house, and it's going for $300,000.
Well, it's in Atlanta, you said, or just Georgia?
I didn't even say.
Okay.
Sounds
So-
like you know.
No, I have no idea. I really don't.
You're just grasping at it. It's in Fayetteville, Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking $300,000 for Atlanta, maybe not so bad.
Yeah, really. So it's under contract right now. So somebody's got their bid on it. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. I mean, it's not a really super big house.
But it has a lot of notoriety, and I just bet there's a lot of people that come by, get out of their car, go in the yard and take a picture. I'm at the Stranger Things house.
Okay, now, if I lived in this thing, that would drive me nuts.
It would drive me.
I would not want this happening all the time. Of course, I would not buy a house that belonged to a famous person.
I don't know about that. I might.
See, okay, David Crowder, we play his music on his radio. When he lived in Waco, Texas, he bought the person's house who developed the recipe, I think that's how you say it, the formula for Dr. Pepper. And so he would always tell people, I lived in the house that Pepper built.
Now, see, that's cool,
Yeah.
though. That's a cool conversation starter. But I don't think anybody is driving to Waco, Texas to find the house that the Dr. Pepper people
You
made.
never know.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
On His Radio.
We're hearing from Jeannie at 800-447-7234. So here's the thing. Jeannie lived in a famous person's house. So, Jeannie, whose house was it?
Tyler Florence.
Okay, how do I know that name?
He was a famous cook on Food Network. He had several different shows on there.
What did you tell your friends when you told them where you lived?
When I bought the house, they had it advertised, too, that it was a childhood home of Tyler Florence. I would tell everybody that I lived in his childhood home and, oh, wow, I'm cooking in the kitchen that he grew up in and learned how to cook in.
Now, we got to know, what did the kitchen look like?
It was small. I would say probably like 12 by 13, maybe.
Oh.
So not one of these big gourmet kitchens that we see.
No.
Did you feel as though you could possibly, cook like he can?
I would like to think so, but I'm not that great of a cook.